do think that the way I bring up the children is very unique. First of all, the home is run according to the Bill of Rights in our Constitution, in the South African Constitution. Everything is done democratically. The children have a children's committee which is democratically elected by them every 6 weeks. The children's committee meets with the management on a Monday evening. They bring to the table they make their own agenda. The management must sit there and listen to their meeting and must also respond. And by the following Monday, the management must come up and have responded appropriately to their complaints, to their suggestions, and so on. I get a copy of those minutes from the Children's Committee, the chairperson of the Children's Committee, and I make sure that the management have done their part of the job. The Children's Committee will bring up on their agenda things like they were not happy with the staff member's discipline because it fell outside of the disciplinary procedure. They will bring up things like one of the smaller children needs another pair of pants, that the smaller children's nappies are not being changed more often enough, and things like that, which I find incredible for children who have been on the streets and couldn't even use a toilet. So these are the kinds of things how we bring up the kids. And we also the children have a disciplinary committee, so that if the children are disciplined and the child does not like the way the discipline was carried out, the child can go and complain to the disciplinary committee, which consists of children, and then the children will call in their staff member and it will be discussed under certain sets of rules, of which then I will receive a copy via email, which the children would send to me, and then it's all discussed again. So there's nothing that is hidden, there are no secrets, everything is run on discipline, on these democratic principles and according to the Bill of Rights. The children have a copy of the Bill of Rights, they have a copy of the Constitution, and they have the operations manual for the children's home. If for any reason the staff or the management had to walk out of that children's home, the children's home would run on its own, by the children, for the children. On the gate, at the big double gate, we have a sign that says, in South Africa there's signs on every gate with a really ugly dog that says beware of the dog. On our gates, on our children's homes, because we have more than one house, it says, oh yes, and that's why it also costs a lot of money, because we've got taxes to pay on 3 houses and 3 of everything, 3 telephones, and so on. We have this big sign that says beware of the children, they know their rights. We also have teams, maintenance teams, where the children are responsible for the maintenance of the house themselves. What that means is that they have to once a month send me a maintenance list of what needs to be done. We have a tool shed with all the electrical tools. We have the children have been trained to use electrical tools, and of course they are over a certain age and they are well trained and well versed in using certain tools. So there are teams that will do certain tasks with the tools. And then there's also a team that know how to work with color, paint colors and so on, and they will actually decorate the home and sort out the maintenance of the home. For example, if a child breaks a window and they know that they cannot, there are rules for the playground and balls and so on. If a child breaks a window, there is no money just to replace windows. That child will have to make bangles without being paid so that the money can be used to replace the window. The children earn money by making bangles during a certain time, and they can waste the money if they like. That bangle goes in as £1 into the bank book. At the end of the month, they go to the office with their bank book. They can withdraw money from their bank book. If they waste their money, they get no interest. If they spend the money wisely, they get interest. And they're taught to budget. We also have special life skills programs where we teach the children, if they go back into the community, they will be able to cook meals. They work in teams as well, and because we have a qualified chef there. She, of course, all this costs money, but we stretch it. There's baking going on. We teach the children individually how to work with candles, safety, working with primer stoves, how to light them, how to work with paraffin lamps. We have times where we switch off all the electricity so that they learn to work without these mod cons. We have one day where they may only speak English, one day where they may only speak Afrikaans, one day where everybody has to only speak Xhosa, so that everybody is well versed in all of the official languages. But it sounds like there are a lot of rules and regulations, but because they live it. And every moment, every minute of the day is accounted for by a schedule, and everybody knows what everybody is doing. So if there is a missing child, you can work back within 5 minutes to find the missing child. So it's a secure and safe environment for everybody. Well, if I had the money, the home would be far bigger. There would be more children, because when I did research not so long ago, I sent people out to go into the homes to look to see what children were needed. Where there were vulnerable children who were starving, not going to school, who were being abused, neglected. And just in Middelburg, there were over 300 that needed to be taken into care desperately. All I can do is feed those children. I can't do anything else, because so many times I've been threatened with jail just because I took one child in over the doorstep. Well, they could volunteer and go to South Africa and help us to help the children. Teach them skills. Go and play with them. Go play soccer with them. Go play netball with them. Talk to them. Love them. Spend time with them. Go and hug them and tell them Mama D loves you and will never ever forget you. Go tell them, for me. Sponsor them. Write to them. Send them an email. Go love them for me. Please.